Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the fight front once again. Make sure y'all subscribe. Just back with my weekend wrap-up video here. One of my weekend wrap-up videos. Last one. The Montana De La Rosa versus Mara Romero Borella fight. Just real quick, man. I feel like Montana, she has improved. You know, there's still a lot of things she needs to work on. And, you know, she really needs to tighten up on. But, you know, it was just like I said in my prediction video. I felt like she would use her ground game and her wrestling and her strength to really, you know, overcome and dominate Romero Borella the way she did, you know, and she came away with a pretty dominant, unanimous decision. There were still a lot of things, like I said, she needed to work on because there were some things that, you know, I know a lot of top 10 ladies, you know, won't let her get away with. You know, we've seen that in like the Andrea Lee fight. But as far as what she did against Borella, you know, she showed some improvement. And, you know, from here, I'm kind of interested to see who she could give trouble with. You know, I think she's going to need a few more fights to really get some work in. But overall, man, this fight, just kind of going back and looking at it, Borella, she kind of started off fast, like she wanted to use her striking. You know, which was wise to me. Like I said, if she keeps it standing and, you know, she, you know, establishes a good jab and uses angles, kind of like Andrea Lee did, you know, she could have came away with the win. But, you know, Montana, she's quicker with the takedowns. You know, she's slow with her hands, but she's quick as hell with the takedowns. You know, she'll shoot in like she did against Borella. You know, Borella tried to scramble and get off and get on the back of Montana, but Montana was able to control the right leg of Borella. And even though she was like half on Montana's back, you know, Montana still had the upper hand. You know, she was still being dangerous. You know, she was like shooting the elbows back, kind of cutting Borella in the face and using her wrestling just to wear Borella down throughout the round. And like, she even climbed on the back of Borella. Like, there wasn't much work done here, but like she just kind of hung on and stayed on Borella's back just to kind of wear her out for like a good minute of the round. And you know, Borella, like, I didn't really see her try to like find an answer for that. You know, she didn't really have an answer on how to try to get her off. So I kind of figured already like the ground game and the grappling was going to favor Montana. As long as she kept doing this, she would probably win the fight. And second round, Borella, you know, she started off with a good stand-up again. You know, she was trying to establish that distance, and she cracked Montana with one good right hand. And that's the thing. Like I said, Borella, she's fast with her hands, but she's not being fast to get out, quick enough to get out. So Montana can kind of rush in there and get her with these takedowns. Because there was once Borella threw this flurry, and as she threw the flurry, she didn't like angle out. You know, she didn't leave out at an angle. She just backed straight up, and Montana just shot in and took her down again. And in this position on her back, you know, she almost got choked out. You know, Borella was kind of in this position where she almost got submitted with the rear naked choke. But, you know, thankfully Borella did enough to, you know, try to kind of nullify Montana's work. You know, she was kind of controlling her wrists and keeping her away from choking her. But the majority of the round was just dominated by Montana on the ground again. You know, she even switched it up and started landing some strikes on her, you know, on the ground. But it was just another control on the ground by Montana. But again, even in the last round, this is where Montana kind of switched it up. You know, she was kind of at striking range with Borella, but Borella wasn't doing much with her striking. You know, she really needed like a knockout to win this one, but she was just trying to like jab at a distance, like air jab, and wasn't really stepping in to commit to like striking with the right hand. So as soon as she stepped in, Montana was kind of like making her miss the right hand, you know, so Montana just kind of like dipping back just real slow, you know, and these telegraph right hands were missing. But as they stepped in, Borella landed a right hand, but then Montana actually timed her and landed a big right hand and dropped her. And when she dropped her, she just shot in for another takedown. And with this one, Montana already knocked her down, so she just jumped on top of Borella and was on the top position and just finished out the round with these little strikes and just hitting her, and then almost got the little side choke. But Borella was able to finish the round. So overall, man, like Montana, it wasn't like a very, very exciting fight until that end part. Whenever she landed that big right hand, it just shows you the power of Montana and the timing. But she did win all three rounds. You know, she just won every single round. But like I said, man, against somebody like Borella, that's what you want to see her do. Because, you know, Borella, she needs to kind of work on some things and get back in her game plan here, you know, because I remember, like, she was out of the game for a while. What was that thing she had a charge with some marijuana or something like that? It was like a lot of marijuana, but like I think that kind of threw her off her game because, you know, that cut in the training, and somehow she got off. You know, somehow she got off with that thing. But from here, you know, this is her second loss now. You know, she's lost to Lauren Murphy, and now she's lost to Montana De La Rosa. So I'm kind of wondering where she's going with hers right now. You know, it might take one more loss for her to get cut. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Montana, I would like to see her back in there with maybe somebody like Pollyanna Bateo, who moved up to flyweight just to really kind of test her skills out. Jin Young Kim, you know, she's like a number 13, 14 fighter, I think. One of those two, or if he wants to step it up to the top 10, maybe fight an Alexis Davis or somebody like that. You know, just somebody to really get her work in there on striking, you know, to kind of make her improve. But either one of those fights I'd want to see her in. But like I said, overall, Montana, like, she's not the best, but she's good at her ground game and what she does, and, you know, she's tough. But definitely got to work on that striking. Definitely got to work on that hand game if she wants to be a complete fighter or somewhere, you know, getting somewhere in the top 10 or, you know, even in the top 5. But yeah, that's all I got on this one, guys. Just wanted to do a real quick weekend wrap on that fight. You know, the flyweight division, you know, it stays popping in the UFC. But let me know in the comment section what y'all want to see next, like who y'all want to see her fight next. But that's all I got on this one, guys. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.